Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 11th Annual LDV Vision Summit. My name is Evan Nisselson, General Partner and Founder. LDV Capital was founded in 2012 with the same thesis it has today: investing in people building businesses powered by visual tech and AI. Everybody used to say it used to be cute, niche, and science fiction. Obviously, the world has changed in about 12 and a half years. As I mentioned, our thesis has always been the majority of data our brains analyze is visual. Visual data across the light and electromagnetic spectrum is critical to the success of artificial intelligence. The definition of visual tech is any technology that captures, analyzes, displays, filters, distributes visual data, and it leverages computer vision, machine learning, and AI. It's a horizontal thesis across all verticals, from agriculture to logistics to mobility to manufacturing and content creation. As I mentioned earlier, this visual data could either be photos or video or LiDAR or radar or medical imaging. It's a layer across all sectors, and AI would not succeed or function without it. I'm honored to work with an amazing team. Kat is head of marketing, Ash is our associate, Max an analyst. We're actually hiring another analyst if anybody out there is interested in applying for that position. We've got a fantastic platform team across events, corporate advertising, and finance. But we can't do this alone, and we don't have all the answers. So we have an amazing group of experts. Serge is going to give us a keynote later, co-founder Mike of Instagram, and Steve of YouTube, and many, many more. We invest in people. In 2017, Synthesia was founded. In 2019, LDV Capital led their seed financing. And recently, in 2024, NEA led their 180 million Series D at 2.1 billion valuation. We're thrilled to have Victor as a fireside chat in a little bit, and you can ask him questions in the group chat as well, which we'll try to incorporate into our fireside chats and panels. We love that we co-invest with brilliant top-tier funds at the early stages, like Seedcamp, Techstars, Pair, and many others, and honored that follow-on investors invest in our companies and collaborate with us, like Sequoia, NEA, First Mark, Excel. Several here will be speaking later, like Kleiner Perkins, on our VC panel. Our platform is quite unique. We started, as I mentioned, when we started the fund 12 and a half years ago. Our annual summit, monthly dinners and gatherings, deep tech research that's proprietary and you can download for free, interviews with women leading visual tech, and we have some side software projects as well that helps us scale. So in summary, before we start talking about some content trends and interesting companies, we are now investing out of our fourth fund. LDV Capital 1 and 2 has been returned, and we continue to have significant value remaining. The thesis has been proven, and what I love is, quote, many LPs say we are highly differentiated, disciplined, have high quality sourcing, and successfully create value by investing in category leaders in the earliest stages. We invest pre-product, pre-revenue, and pre-Inc. 90% of our investments actually come from all of you, so thank you very much and keep sending them in, and from our portfolio companies and LPs. And 90% of our companies that go fundraising successfully graduate to additional follow-on financing. We invest in 4 to 6 teams a year and about 500 to 1.5 million per initial investment. Now, our unique domain expertise in market research helps us focus these investments in teams disrupting and empowering legacy businesses, such as construction, insurance, mobility, hospitals and content creation, agriculture, and much more. Let's break these sections down into a couple different examples. So content creation, we're going to talk about Synthesia a little bit, the #1 AI video platform, turning text to video in minutes. There are cameras now everywhere in the world, and even more than these examples here. And we did a report, one of our insights report in 2017, which everybody thought we were crazy, forecasting 45 billion cameras by 2022. I think we under forecast, and we're going to look at doing this, a new version of this in the future. But the key is not the number of cameras, it's the amount of exponential growth in visual data, which I'm sure everybody realizes and acknowledges today, and it continues to grow exponentially. One of the companies we invested in is Glass Imaging. I've used to be a professional photographer, and I can't wait until my smartphone is as high quality as a DSLR camera. Look at the iPhone 15 Max with a 15x zoom on the left, and it's pixelating in poor quality. If iPhone had glass imaging, it would look like on the right, with new optics and computational imaging to make the images higher quality. In 2018, we forecasted that most of the pictures captured in the years to come will never be seen by a human eye. One of the new trends we're seeing, we're excited to find companies working in it, is how the trend will exponentially continue and grow. Most visual content will be created only for AI agent consumption and not for human eyeballs. Construction, huge markets, legacy. One of the companies we invested in, Grips, is helping aggregate all the connected intelligence of construction projects powered by AI and RPA. Another interesting legacy sector, insurance. We recently invested in ResiQuant. We're leveraging images and data to automate and scale the underwriting and insurance business for carriers. Mobility. This is a company we invested in a while ago that is doing really well, that is basically enabling e-bikes and mopeds to be safer. Why is it that our cars have autonomous driving and sensors to keep us safe, but the most dangerous mobility vehicles are e-bikes and mopeds that don't have this? Healthcare. This is a sector about 30 to 40% of our investments are in. We did a report that said 9 sectors where visual tech will improve healthcare in 2018. Here's one of the ones that is a good example. Like, the state of the art of autonomous vehicles is on the left. But why is the state of the art of enabling humans to walk, or augmented humans, still canes? We invested in Psionic in 2018, which creating a psionic sleeve that adaptively helps people walk without crutches and are more mobile. They're FDA approved, improved mobility, and increasing revenue. Another healthcare business is a full body MRI scan that proactively scans for cancer. They've scanned about 16,000 people. 37% have actionable clinical findings. Here's a recent company as well. The first wearable cardiac ultrasound. What if you could wear a patch connected to your phone and not have to go to the hospital or medical center to get an ultrasound? Here's another recent one, a great example for AI-powered behavioral quantification. That's a lot of big words, but basically it's tracking movement and gait to track the efficacy of drugs for people with Parkinson's and movement disorders. And Rob will speak later as a keynote. A couple more real quickly. Agriculture and food. We did a report in 2020 talking about how visual tech will empower and disrupt the agri industry. One of our companies, Garden, built a multispectral camera that detects the nutritious value of food as it grows in real time at a vertical farm. Here's an interesting company we're going to hear from Brandon actually shortly. I'm going to introduce him. Leveraging biology, synthetic biology, to track environmental, agriculture, pollution, and much, much more. Here are the sectors we're really excited about in the next 10, 20, and 30 years across neuroscience, longevity, biotech, climate, and nanotech. This is a slide that everybody seems to like. It's a slide where everybody says I'm crazy. We talk about these things as a team, where the world's going, not because we have all the answers, but we can't wait to find entrepreneurs working in these sectors. And the green ones are the ones that have come true over these years. So, we're about 50%, and we look forward to finding great companies in all those spaces. It's just the beginning. We're looking for great people to partner with, invest in, solve problems, and hopefully improve our world and create value. As I mentioned, I do it all the time. We definitely do not have all the answers. Let's hear vision and wisdom from others. Thank you very much.